Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about communism in Romania. This speech is going to be based off of our reading for April 30th, which is the preface of Fear No Evil by Nathan Sharansky. And in this preface, he writes about his childhood and learning about what he should and shouldn't say and the USSR control that was so prevalent in his life. He also talks about his experience in the KGB internment camp. Today I'm going to talk about communist Romania and my family's experience. So a little background about Romania under communism. The president was Nicolae Ceausescu, and he became president in 1965. This was also the beginning of the first stage of Romanian communism, which lasted from 1965 to 1971. This period was characterized by liberalization, personal comfort, and a cultivation of Romanian literature and entrepreneurship, along with positive world relations. In 1971, this ended when Ceausescu visited other communist countries in the world, and he was very inspired by how their countries were run, and he appreciated how they had implemented the cult of personality or cult of leader in their society. The cult of personality describes the way that communist leaders across the country are worshipped and idealized like gods. This is something that is still prevalent and very much used in communist countries today. So from 1971 to 1989, the second stage of Romanian communism commenced, and this was kicked off with the July Thesis, which was a speech that Ceausescu gave that started this cultural revolution that was characterized by a cutoff from foreign relations, extreme nationalism, and communist propaganda and indoctrination. The industrial economy that Romania adopted after the July Thesis was not able to support itself due to a severe strain on resources and energy. This strain plunged the country into debt, and all of this debt Ceausescu paid off at once, which led to a decrease in civilian living standards, such as food shortages and gasoline rations. Another way that citizens were affected by the communist regime was through curfews, communist-only broadcasts, and censorship of speech and travel restrictions. In 1989, the communist regime ended with a revolution and the assassination of Ceausescu. I've included a picture of a postage stamp that is celebrating Ceausescu's 70th birthday and 55 years of political activity. I also wanted to include some family photos that show how communism was prevalent in citizens' lives. On the left, we have a picture of my dad's kindergarten class, and this shows how communism influenced everybody and as young as kindergarten. On the right, we have my dad standing next to a shortwave radio, which his family used to listen to Radio Free Europe, an American broadcast out of Germany. And this broadcast was not pro-communism, so it was illegal and they had to listen very quietly. Here are pictures of my dad's classes in third grade. On the left, there's a picture of the class in everyday casual uniforms. And on the right, there is official uniforms for a field trip, and these uniforms are very different, and you can see how proper and crisp and clean the uniforms on the right look compared to the ones on the left. My family was able to escape Romania because of a favor from a friend who was able to get their passports for them. So they left, and this is a postcard that my grandma sent to her sister-in-law to say that they made it to Austria and they are safe. This is the ID card and certificate of refugee status that my dad was given in Austria once he got there. These documents show how people were affected by communism even after they left. And I've heard stories from my family about having to stand in line for bread and not being able to get bread and having to bury tools so they wouldn't be taken away, and arrests and not seeing family for years because of trying to escape Romanian communism. These experiences are shared across communist countries, and they're not just specific to Romania. Thank you.